Hey everybody, welcome to Conversations with Jazz, and you're with your girl Jasmine. First, I want to say thank you so much for coming to my page and starting this new journey with me. I'm super excited. Here we're going to be deep diving into so many different conversations, so many different topics. We won't be sticking or tying ourselves down to one thing. We're going to really get into it here. No bullying will be tolerated or performed, but conversation and really talking about it will be the main priority here. Don't be afraid to join the family. Please interact, subscribe, like, all of that good stuff. Like I said, let's get into the tea and let's talk about it. Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into our first episode. And this topic is going to be based on the No Fugazi podcast. This episode was about 5 days ago, I believe, and it was a panel of 4 women. And it got more specific towards one out of the 4. And she got a little emotional, things of that nature. If you haven't watched that video, definitely go check it out. I am going to put it below in the description. I'm not going to play any of the clips just because I don't want to get any copyright or anything like that. But definitely go check it out. I might play like a really short clip of a few things, but I'm not gonna play anything because, again, I don't want to get hit with any copyrights. But yeah, let's go ahead and just dive straight into the conversation, you guys. I think that is very important as women that, we have these conversations because especially if you're a mother, if you're a new mother, or if you work a lot, if you're really focused on your success, I think it's a lot easier for women to kind of lose yourself. And the fact that I think this conversation is really important is because when you hear it from a man's point of view, it's coming from a man's perspective, especially from a man that's, I don't want to say qualified because we're all qualified, but when you have a man who's successful, he's in shape, so he takes fitness serious, when you have someone who has those qualities, and I know it might sound shallow, trust me, I'm no Halle Berry, but in society, looks do matter. And I think that, especially if you were in a long-term relationship, that we get comfortable, and not just with women, men too, but with women, it's more on a, I feel like a roller coaster of levels. With the man is more just more smooth and plateau. It's they don't really go through as many ups and downs as women naturally do. I just feel like as women, it's just a lot easier, again, to lose ourselves, and we forget to prioritize ourselves, and not just with nails and hair, but just with overall fitness, just mentally, physically, spiritually, mentally. I think that a lot of the times, and I don't want to put my thoughts onto everyone, which is why please comment below, but I think that a lot of the times we take on so much, and we're the nurturer and so much that we take pride in that, but then we lose ourselves in that as well. And, this isn't a pity party or anything like that, because I 100% agree with Cooley, because I'm going through that dating phase. Me and my son's father is no longer together. He's 3 years old. I'm still trying to lose weight and get to my dream body and all of that. Womp, womp, womp. But, I really related because before my son, I worked out, went out, did the makeup, hair, nails, in shape. I didn't have the perfect body, but definitely had a nice body. And not to say that I let myself go completely in a bad way. It's just that I no longer prioritize myself. And I found myself questioning. Don't get me wrong, everyone is great in their own way, so I'm not trying to be mean, but I do have a preference, as does everyone in the world. And the men that were reaching out to me just weren't my preference. And I remember questioning to myself, why am I getting these type of options? Do Like, I'm not giving off that, so why am I getting that back? And I remember thinking to myself, like, what am I doing wrong to where I'm not attracting what I want? And again, not to down talk anyone. I don't think I'm better than anyone, but we all have a preference to what we want and what's going to genuinely make us happy. So it's like, why am I not attracting what I would qualify as someone I see attractive, or someone that I would want to approach if I saw them out in public, or just someone that I genuinely find attractive? Or it seems like a certain kind of people approach me, and I honestly truly do feel like it falls back to how you carry yourself. Because before my son and before I really just like settled down with his father and everything, I had like so many different options of guys. Not necessarily saying that it's the quantity that I'm focused on. I'm definitely focused on the quality. You can have a million guys coming after you, but if they're all bad apples, just the point. What I'm saying is, when you look the part, you definitely have more options. When you look the part, you definitely feel more confident. When you're in shape, you're happier overall. When we all have an insecurity, no matter what. There's somebody out there right now who I probably would qualify as perfect, who can name off a list of things that they still want to change about themselves. I feel like that's just perspective with anyone. There's always going to be something that you feel like, like it could be a little better. But what I'm saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, I honestly feel like with women, we settle with the thought of, I'm a good woman, I go to work, I pay my bills, I do what I'm supposed to do as a woman, I can cook good, I got the good, and it's like we get comfortable with that idea of that we get comfortable with that just overall stereotype of, what good qualities of a woman are. And we get stuck in that concept, but I don't think we focus as much on ourselves. And, I'm not down talking anyone. I'm not down talking the young lady in the video. Because she's like, I'm 34, I'm educated, I'm a virgin. And she was just singing, I'm attractive. And Cooley was just saying, like, all of that is good. You're a virgin, you're 34. That's awesome. It definitely shows that you have values and you're disciplined. He's like, but, something is still wrong with you and you're not attracting men for whatever reason. If I had to give you any advice, I would definitely say you could hit the gym. Again, go watch the video. If you go watch the video, like I said, she's not at all by far a ugly woman. Could she go to the gym? Yes. But can I go to the gym? Yes. And I think that his message was simply that with a woman, our number one factor will always be how we look. And I know that might sound shallow, but a man will always want to pursue you first based off how you look and how you carry yourself. So with that being the starting basis, we already know that, okay, if I was to amplify me, if I was to enhance me, if I was to turn me up a notch, what would that do for my options? And I think that with her, I think that with women, we all suppress insecurities, but I think that with her, she's never heard that directly. Like, so I don't even want to say abrupt, because I don't honestly feel like he was coming from a malicious place at all. I honestly feel like he said, this is the podcast, no fugazi. So I don't feel like he was trying to attack her or be subliminal in any way. I feel like he was just giving her the his honest perspective from a man's point of view, and just was telling her like, hey, you're decent, you're cute, whatever, but you could hit the gym. And it was really hard for her to accept and really hard for her to take, and she did cry and it got emotional for her. But I think that message and what he was saying applies to every woman out there, that we can do more for ourselves and, just put more time and energy into ourselves, whether you're in a relationship or not, but especially if you're single, and especially if you want to broaden the pool of people that you're attracting.
These are in shape because you went from somewhere and then you lost weight. And you confirmed that, one, most importantly, I felt better about myself.
Right.
But secondly is I feel the thing is I'm healthier, truthfully. And then the third thing is I was able to attract more quality men. And that's exactly what I told her, but she couldn't understand that. And you two are prime examples of it. Like, you literally switched some things up in your life, started working out, and things went better for you.
All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this
at the end
video
of the
up
day,
there,
you
but
can't.
I want to know what's your thoughts, opinions, views. Go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time in the next video.